Another tool that can be really helpful is riffs, or kind of micro riffs. Really, you're not going to get anything that complicated in. It might just be a single note at the top. It might be a couple of notes here and there. You know, we can't. The reality is we don't have a band. We can't do Sweet Child of Mine. You know, it just sounds absolutely terrible. So don't try and do that. I mean, some riffs though, like Someday by the Strokes, which we've looked at a lot. You know. You've got to work pretty hard, but you know, if you play that A shape, that one that we use a lot, but flatten, and that's your first one, and then little finger comes on to fret 7, you've got that's your first bit, which is cool. Then you flatten this finger here, and then put the B. That's one way of playing B minor. So we've got B minor like that. We've got B minor where we put these on the next string, and then we've got B minor where we just flatten across the top fret 7, but the top 3 strings. Open D and then B. We've got the little finger here to go. We can start on there and then let go on there. So that's, again, it's quite a lot of work there. But then go to the D, let the D happen there, flatten here again and go. Repeat that, which is easier, and then you're kind of doing this A thing again, but backwards with the little finger starting on. So all together you've got. That would work. You could play that. You can see as well that to kind of keep things going, I'm just hitting these lower strings. So like, you see what I mean? Just in between, just so it's not just. I mean, you could do that after the chorus or something like that. Just, oh, sorry. You could do that as a sort of standalone. These are my hits. Ba, boom, let it ring. Bam, bam. But you wouldn't want to do that the whole song if that was your, you wouldn't want to do that the whole song. So, having that in between. Again, it's a bit tricky, but you can work your way around it. A few things you can do. I mean, having a running note in between chords was something that I did with a riff, if you just listen to this. So again, I'm working pretty hard, but I've got the real good identity. The song kind of is recognisable through that. It's like I said, it's not a Guns N' Roses riff, but you're just doing these stabs. So on their own, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then in between you've got this. And so I've already got the open B helping me out, and then I'm just doubling it. Just makes it stick out a bit more. So that's a really good thing you can do. Another thing with the repeated notes is just try and keep the same note at the top. So again, if we go like A to D, you know, maybe F sharp minor, still different position but still the same note. And then maybe E, we go, so we keep that note there, but then we kind of resolve it. It's a suspension. But really, I think the great advantage of open chords is the fact that you generally have a few more fingers free to do some riffs. So you can mess around. Yeah, and if you're into the music theory and you're like, I want to know this, I'm in the key of A, so I know which notes I can use. Great, go for it. But if not, you're a musician, you can hear what sounds good or not. If I'm playing an A and I just try, that's not really the sound you want, but that sounds nice, that sounds nice, sounds good. And suddenly you've got some options. Then you go to D and you go, well, I know that note worked there, so that'll probably be fine. Back there. And then you might just create a bit of a, And so I'd really recommend just sitting on A and D, or just a couple of chords that have got some good variations and lots of open strings, and just mess around. Just spend 10 minutes just going, what can I do? It might lead to new songs. It might lead to just refreshing old songs that you know. Yeah, I mean, go through your back catalogue of songs as well and go, how do I make this work on an acoustic guitar? Are there parts of existing riffs in the song? So when you're doing it with a band, you might have a guitar player playing a riff. Can you emulate that on the acoustic, or maybe even just part of it, or that sort of thing, and just see what you can get in. I think it really, again, it just helps give your song a bit of an identity rather than just simply strumming away at the chords.